Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but let me talk about the situation with French Montana and 50 Cent. Now, apparently, this past Super Bowl Sunday, there's supposed to have been an incident. Well, there's no video, so unless some video pops up, I am on the fence on whether it happened or not. Now, they're saying allegedly that 50 Cent supposed to have punch French Montana. I guess he trying to get some street points back, but he don't get no street points from me, and I'm gonna tell you why. They're saying that basically it's stemming from what happened a couple of weeks ago, where 50 Cent was trolling French Montana, took it upon himself to say, "Oh, you ain't got you a new Bugatti, you got a 2010 model, I got a 2000." Like, why the fuck 50 Cent worried about what somebody else doing anyway? But 50 Cent is straight bitch ass nigga anyway. Always have been. Inconsistent, tough guy. You know what I'm saying? But he's supposed to ass sock French Montana because French Montana put up the paperwork. 50 Cent being what a lot of people know he is, which is a documented snitch. He's a documented snitch. Now, the funny thing is with 50 Cent, he inconsistent with who he called himself, talked about who he gonna fight and all that type of shit. And I'm gonna get to the Nick Cannon thing in a minute. Now he's saying he want to fight Nick Cannon over Master Eminem because uh, basically Nick Cannon was going at Eminem, and 50 Cent decide to step in front of his master, talk about he want to fight Nick Cannon. But let's review the history of 50 Cent, and he inconsistent with who he won't smoke with. Now, keep in mind, Sada Baby dissed Eminem by saying, "Hey, us Detroit guys, we really don't bump Eminem like that." And that, they really don't rock with him like that in Detroit. And I got quite a few subs that's from Detroit, the Detroit area, and they basically confirmed it. No reason for them to lie. So, Sada Baby say we really don't rock with Eminem like that. Now, why didn't 50 Cent say something reckless about Sada Baby? Why didn't he say he want to fight Sada Baby? Then Gucci Man said the same exact thing. He said, where he from, the ATL, he say the streets really don't rock with Eminem like that. Now, why didn't 50 Cent start talking shit to Gucci Man? Why didn't he start talking about he won't smoke with Gucci Man? Because, well, Gucci Man got bodies on him. We know he don't have no problem squeezing the trigger. That's factual. But he didn't talk shit to Gucci Man. He didn't get on Gucci Man's Instagram saying, "Hey, when I see you, I'm gonna put hands on you." Now, allegedly, Gucci Man offered to help Nick Cannon with his issue with Eminem. You know, allegedly. You know, I want to be cool. Allegedly, but yeah, 50 Cent didn't start talking shit about Gucci Man. Now, keep in mind there was a rumor that a few years back that he got beat up by the rapper out of Florida. I think he called himself Gunplay. Light skinned dude with dreads. Now, apparently, he claims to have whooped 50 Cent ass. He was on ESPN, talking about the incident, with Dan Le Batard. And 50 Cent has yet to respond to that and confirm whether a fight or not happened, but they saying that he beat 50 Cent's ass. And why didn't 50 Cent make a shitload of diss records talking about him? Now, that's what I'm saying about 50 Cent is inconsistent with his call outs who he wants smoke with. So I'm just wondering why haven't he responded to none of those dudes? Now keep in mind, let's go back to 2012 when Love Ranch had one of the hottest songs of 2012, I think, called, or 2013. I think it was 2012. That song, "I Beat the Pussy Up." Up. 50 Cent was featured on the remix, and they said basically 50 Cent, when he came to the Bay Area, because Love Ranch was from the Bay Area, and basically when 50 Cent shot his part, they said 50 Cent was looking during the you know, during the cuts and takes, 50 Cent was looking over his shoulder and shit like somebody was gonna come and, like do something to him. They said as soon as he finished shooting his verse, they said he got out of there with the quickness. Just like Eminem did when he came to Oakland. When he first came out, motherfucker rapped that song, How My Name Is, and ran out of there and shit. Scary ass. But nevertheless, you know, that's how Curtis get down. Like I say, he inconsistent with who he want beef with and shit. So, he got out of there with the quickness. Now, let's go back to 2005, somewhere in between there, 2005, 2004. 50 Cent got dissed by Bay Area rapper Messy Marv. Him and Juice did a song getting at 50 Cent because 50 Cent did an interview where basically he was talking about Murder Inc. and saying, well, at least I didn't start. I need to find that interview where he said, at least I didn't start a record label with drug money. So basically he was saying that they was laundering money. So basically he tried to snitch on Murder Inc. Now 50 Cent been snitching. He been snitching. Been snitching. So, like I said, as far as the French Montana thing go, French Montana ain't never advertised himself as no tough guy, no gangster. He what you call a smooth dude, or whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never advertised himself as no gangster. He never said he was no gangster. So, French Montana was born in Morocco. You know what I'm saying? He don't advertise himself as no, so you don't get no street points for that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. All right, so let's go back once again. 50 Cent had had some issues with quite a few Bay Area people. So 50 Cent was kind of hesitant to come out here anyway. And he also got into it with Yuckmouth. Yuckmouth and 50 Cent had some kind of issue. And Yuckmouth, when he did the album with Sibo, it was called Thug Lords. And the song called That Nigga Need a Hug. And Yuckmouth and Sibo was dissing 50 Cent. Why didn't 50 Cent respond to Yuckmouth and Sibo? But he don't want no problems with Sibo. Because Sibo is a bona fide Garden Block Crip. I've been to Sacramento several times. I know where the Garden Block is. Niggas is real out there. And there's hell of them. I think Brother Lynch Hug is from the Garden Block. All them dudes, Rated X, all them dudes is Crips out of Sacramento. All of them. I know who they are. I know some of they people. Now, yeah, he didn't respond to Sibo. Why didn't he talk shit to Sibo? Exactly. Because we all know what happened, you know what I'm saying, in Sacramento with Notorious B.I.G. allegedly when he was cornered by some people that had affiliation with E40 allegedly. I like to say allegedly, but, the streets talk. People had heard about it. The incident that happened between E40 and Biggie. But yeah, 50 Cent been selected with who he won issues with and shit. Didn't say nothing to Sibo, didn't say nothing to Messy Marv, none of them niggas. Even though Messy Marv got some, issues going on these days, but it is what it is. But yeah, 50 Cent selected with who he, gets at. I'm just saying. You don't get no street points for no damn French Montana. 50 Cent been doing that. He been dry snitching. He been snitching. The dude is a documented snitch. What you expect? But I'm just keeping it 100, man. These are facts. You can look all this shit up. Go to the Thugs Lord album with Sibo and Yuckmouth. 50 Cent didn't respond to them niggas. No way, shape, or form. But that's just, how he get down. But he want everybody to give him props for socking French Montana. Yeah, right. But you know, 50 Cent fans, they gonna cape for him no matter what. Now, let's get to this Nick Cannon thing. Whether people like it or not about Nick Cannon, I'm gonna give you some information about Nick Cannon though. This is just real talk. Nick Cannon is real tight with the rapper Mitchie Slick. He from a hood in San Diego called Lincoln Park. I've been to San Diego, nice city. Wish I can go back to San Diego when I have some time, but San Diego a real solid city. But he is, that's his boy. Him and Mitchie Slick is real tight. Mitchie Slick say Nick Cannon is his brother. Now, in case you guys don't know, let me give you a backdrop on Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is from San Diego, California. Nick Cannon's father got a lot of respect in San Diego. Now, his father's like a preacher now, but Nick Cannon's father was one of the original founders of the Lincoln Park Bloods. So Nick Cannon, if you look at some of his videos when he do interviews, he wear his colors. Nick Cannon got that blood affiliation. He just don't be going around broadcasting it. So 50 Cent might want to watch his fucking mouth. Cause it ain't gonna be as gravy as he think it is going to San Diego. Cause them is Nick Cannon's people, them Lincoln Park niggas. So just giving y'all a little backdrop. Might not be as easy as he think to go fuck with Nick Cannon. Cause them Lincoln Park niggas is his people though. Just letting you know. I'm a California nigga, man. I know all this shit. I talk to niggas everywhere. I fuck with niggas everywhere. So just giving you a little backdrop. Nah, 50 Cent don't get no fucking brownie points for no fucking French Montana. French Montana ain't no gangster. He ain't no street nigga. Fuck out of here, man. That's for you 50 Cent apologists. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.